Well, crowdfunding, and especially Econova, has no intent to replace the banks and replace usual traditional financial institution. Our role is more to bridge the gap between, on one hand, the equity of the project developer, and on the other hand, the bank financing and the traditional funding of projects. We know that this gap is increasing every year, I would say. We know that banks have requirements in terms of equity that are increasing over time. So the goal is to help actually project developer to increase their equity. So we empower them to actually access to bank financing and then to actually finance their projects.
The future about real estate funding. What an interesting question. I think we're moving ahead in a very active time where the existing market players are getting more and more challenged, as we can see it with traditional lenders. Banks are getting replaced by alternative lenders in a really extremely fast pace. How will this affect us? Well, I think transparency will become a much more important factor now for us, because identifying who are the new players in our industry is difficult. The real estate debt market in general was always fairly intransparent and difficult to check who were the active players in that market. Now with the alternative lenders coming in, especially in the range between 5 to 100 million, where the debt funds are coming and going and they're changing their financing requirements, it will become even more demanding. And in that way, I think technology will really help to create transparency in that market. And in that way also FinLoop, for example, is one of the first movers in that part to help you get access to all of these new players and how to get connected with them. So welcome to the new world of financing.
The future of real estate investment funding is very attractive, I see, towards alternative way of investment, and obviously I'm very bullish on tokenization. Tokenization is led to be the new way of finding investors, but also on finding distribution segments. So for investors, they increase liquidity, transparency, and have new ways for us, the developers or real estate developer, to have access to new opportunities. I'm very impatient to see what 2025 is bringing us and keeping aware of all the new developments and technology.